You asked for it, so here it is. This is how I packed for 15 days in Italy in only a carry-on and personal item. I used my 21-inch CalPack carry-on suitcase. Bag Smart travel backpack. It's 28 liters. All right, let's do this. Here's my attempt at an aesthetic intro for you guys. First, I'm going to show you how I packed my suitcase. I'm starting with my jackets, a trench coat, and a denim jacket. My goal with this trench is just to fold it as flat as possible. Then same thing with this denim jacket. I packed 9 tops on this trip, including 2 sweaters, which I am just going to fold neatly into my packing cube. This is a compression packing cube, also from Bag Smart, and my goal is basically just to fold the items to the length and width of the packing cube. I feel like everyone has different methods for these packing cubes. I just use the fold flat method because I feel like it works the best for me and allows me to fit the most in my suitcase. After every item, I make sure that the corners are tucked in and I can press it down with my hand. I'm done loading up that packing cube, so I zip it up and then I zip up the compression zipper as well. After this, I always like to pull it up against myself or push it up against the ground to kind of flatten it more, and then I'll put it in my suitcase. Next, I'm going to pack my pants and my dresses. I packed 5 bottoms on this trip and 4 dresses. I'm just using the same method for these guys as I did my tops. Another tip is if your item is bulky in one area and then the next item is bulky in the same area, it helps to kind of flip-flop it, if that makes sense. So as an example, I might put one waistband pointing upwards and then the next waistband pointing down. That way it kind of alternates the thickness to fit more in there. I also pulled out one dress because that's going to be my change of clothes that I put in my backpack. You'll see me pull out the denim jacket as well because that was my Rome day 1 outfit. Obviously, this packing cube is a little bit fuller than the other one, so it's taking a little bit more effort to zip up. Another tip here is that I normally actually fold my clothes on top of my bed or on a table. That way they have a little bit of a tighter fold. I just wanted to knock this video out in a space that had good natural light for you guys. All right, so once I've gotten that zipped up, I'm going to use my body weight to just help flatten out that packing cube, and then I will load it into my suitcase. I will admit that this is a little bit trial and error. I ended up putting my slippers in here as well as my adapter and converter, but it was a little bit too wide and it wouldn't zip properly, so I ended up taking those out and subbing my curling iron instead. I also put my satin scarf in here and then my hat on top of my tops. I don't know if you can see, but I still have a lot of room on that side. Next, I'm putting my Turkish towel and my robe into the little cavities in my suitcase between the handles. I'm packing 2 sets of pajamas in this compression packing cube, and I will also add my airplane sweat set to this bag after I get there and get it laundered. I ended up moving my robe, putting in my blow dryer brush, and then adding my slippers and my crossbody bag, which, by the way, inside of my crossbody bag is the extra strap, my belt, and my sunglasses. I'm tucking in this bag next to my purse, which has my underwear, socks, swimsuit, extra bra, etc. I put my sandals in a shoe bag and just put them flat on top of my pajamas. I also removed my slippers because I forgot that I would probably want those on the plane. And I still had a ton of room left on that side as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I packed my backpack. I'm putting my change of clothes in this other compression packing cube, which I will use for dirty clothes during the trip. I would normally also put a change of underwear and socks in here. I just kind of forgot. But that's the first thing that's going in my backpack. And then I'm tucking in my slippers and my toiletry bag. Next, I'm tucking in my first aid kit, my makeup bag, my hair bag, my travel pillow, and my makeup brushes. I'm tucking in my camera and my pouch that has my lint roller, wrinkle release, etc. I'm adding my charger pouch into the sleeve, and then my outlet converter and adapter, my passport, wallet. I took 2 little travel necessities pouches on this trip. One I put in this little top section, and then the other one I put in the front for easy access. In the back, I added my travel mirror, notebook with pen, and my iPad. This is that little travel pouch that I was telling you about, and then I tucked my glasses in next to it. I added some snacks as well, and then realized that I forgot to put a couple of things in my suitcase. So I'm going to get that back out and then add in an extra copy of my travel documents, my jewelry, and my tote bag. By the way, I took this tote as my personal item on the way back, and checked this bag, and I fit all of my souvenirs and purchases in here aside from a case of wine. I'm also wearing my tennis shoes on the plane, by the way. Added my clip and my water bottle, and that's it. I hope this helped. Bye.